Hello. I have a story to tell you. So, the other day, I was laying in bed and I closed my eyes. And I saw these images, this story. And it all begins in the darkness. So I'm laying there, and there's these pink spirits that show up. They're all women, so beautiful, and one by one, they float over and touch their hand against my back. It leaves kind of a golden handprint, and they all just come one by one and just leave a handprint. And they're so beautiful. And then there's this ugly witch who's huge and shows up. And she comes towards me and tears apart the blocks that my body is made out of until the blocks fall away and all that's left is this golden soul. That's mine. And she gifts me a rose. A red rose that turns into a pen. And it's a magic pen because I can use it to write in the air using light. And so I do. I take the pen and I start writing in the air, and I have so much fun. There's all these planes of colors. So there's red, and there's orange, and there's yellow, and then among all of that there's me writing in the air in 3D and all this white light, and I'm having so much fun. And suddenly everything gets dark again. From this place of, joy and color, and there's these amazing spirits and people around, to complete darkness. And not just any darkness, but a really, really empty sort of darkness. There's nothing anywhere. You can't feel anything alive. You can't see anything. But I walk around, and there is one thing in the darkness. And it's a little me, like a younger me, who's sitting curled up in a ball in the middle of this entire infinite empty darkness. And I see her and I'm like, come with me, come, let me take you to this place where there's colors and there's people. It's so much nicer there. And she doesn't want to go. She cries and she says, no one loves me. She doesn't want to go where there's people. So she stays in the empty darkness, and I can't force her to go. So instead, I call the pink spirits into this empty darkness. I bring them over, and other spirits come too, of different colors. And this little me who's sitting there, the spirits form a circle around her, and they send a gentle wave of energy, each one of them, so that it gives the younger me a hug, a gentle hug. No forcing anything, no pushing anything, just a gentle hug so she feels held, safe, supported. And it helps because she uncurls a little bit. She isn't just hiding. And so I get to come closer and I see her heart, and it's made of wood. All of her is made of wood, like she's a marionette doll. And then I think about gifting her the flower that is the pen. But as I come closer and I look at her heart, that's just this block of wood, I make a different choice. I don't just gift her the flower, I gift her something better. I take the pen and I carve into her heart, I am loved. And she starts becoming more human, less of a doll. And the darkness slowly begins to fade. Because the reason it was so dark is because she wouldn't open her eyes to look around. And then I opened my eyes, for real. And I thought about it. Because that whole image, that whole sequence, it reminded me of two very real moments in my life. There was a time when I was a kid when I genuinely thought, hey, no one loves me, not as me. And I remembered that part. But there was a part before where I thought everyone loved me. I believed everyone loved me. My relatives, my friends, my teachers, strangers. And that was just as real. And I forgot that that ever even happened. And I'm sharing this story with you because I told it to one of my friends, and we had this conversation of like, wait, she remembered it too. She remembered and remembered forgetting that there was a point in her life when she thought everyone loved her. And what I find interesting is that just the remembrance of that moment sort of opened up the possibility of moving through life like that again. Because I can tangibly remember the feeling now. So what was it like, I can really ask myself when I walked around thinking everyone loved me. Well, I loved talking to strangers. I loved telling them what I cared about, and I loved doing cartwheels to show them that I could do dance and acrobatics, and I loved, just being myself, I guess, and jumping up and down and climbing all sorts of things and being happy and just striking up a conversation with anyone and just being happy to see people and just expecting that they are happy to see me. That they want to see me. So, yeah, my question for you is, do you remember a time when you were a kid when you thought everyone loved you? And if you didn't remember, but now you do because of the story, let me know. If you just don't remember, well, you don't, and that's okay. It's just, I feel like we focus so much on the part of our memories where things started going bad and turning dark. And there's a part before. And I have remembered a glimpse of that part. I'm really glad I have. Thank you for listening. And love you. Bye.